Welcome students in SV Union High School and Junior College. Our today's subject is History for 8th standard. Today we are going to see our third chapter, Effects of British Rule. Students, we are going to discuss how Britishers entered India and what are the problems they faced with various rulers and others which already in India like Dutch, Portuguese, French, etc. Let us see the above points in detail in this introduction. This is the picture of Christopher Columbus. Before Britishers came to India, Columbus discovered America in 1492 and Spain, Portuguese colonies many parts of America. This was the age of discovery followed by industrialization. Britishers came to India in 1608 for the purpose of trade and commerce. The Portuguese were already present in India and most of part of India was ruled by Aurangzeb at that time. Britishers were very nice and very polite when they came in, but they built up an army to protect their trade interest. In 1660, Portuguese, Dutch, French had also built a base in India apart from Britishers. And Britishers, like others, wanted to increase their influence. In 1757, Britishers had a strong army and presence in India. Establishment of East India Company. Let us start with our first paragraph of the lesson. The European powers reached the Indian coast. All the important powers like Portuguese, Dutch, French and British were trying to capture the Indian market. When the British came to India, Portuguese had already settled here. At the beginning, they resisted, but later good relation developed between them. But to establish their hold all over the India, they had to face opposition from Portuguese, French, Dutch and local rulers. British and Marathas. Mumbai was the main center of British in India. They were trying to capture the nearby territories, but Marathas had a strong hold over it. After the death of Peshwa Madhavrao, his uncle Raghunatha Rao approached help from British, and due to his greatness, the British got the chance to enter in Maratha politics. Now let's revise. Establishment of East India Company. Portuguese, Dutch, French, including European countries were in the race for capturing Indian market. To establish dominance over India, the British had to face opposition from French, Dutch and local rule. Now our next point heading was British and Marathas. Again we will revise. Mumbai was the main center. Which was the main center of British? Mumbai. Mumbai was the main center. They were trying to capture the nearby territories, but Marathas had a strong hold over it. So that's why they would not to capture it. But after the death of Peshwa Madhavrao, Greediness. What is greediness? Raghunath Rao was greedy. He wanted to get Peshwai, and because of his greediness, British could enter. From the year 1774 to 1880, there were 3 wars fought between the Marathas and British. During the first war, Marathas fought with great strength and proved superior. Alliance. Before we learn subsidiary alliance, we should know the meaning of what is alliance. Alliance, a union or association formed for mutual benefit, especially between country or organization. This is alliance. Now, subsidiary alliance. Now, what is exactly? In 1798, Lord Wellesley arrived in India as a Governor General. His objective was to establish domination all over India. For this, he signed the subsidiary alliance with many Indian rulers. Now, Governor General. Now, who is Governor General? What is Governor General? Governor General, the chief representative of the Crown in Commonwealth country of which the British monarch is head of state. So, this is Governor General. Means, for example, today's Prime Minister, like Governor General. Now, here, terms under subsidiary alliance. Exactly what was the terms? Before turning the terms, we should try to know what was it exactly. According to this alliance, the Indian rulers were assured of British military help. There were some terms laid on them. Now, which was the terms? The first term was the Indian rulers have to maintain British army in their court and have to pay cash or a part of their territory to the company for its maintenance. Now, second term was they will not have to any alliance with any other power or declare war against any power without British intervention. Okay. This is our third term. The rulers would accept a British resident in his state. And because of this, what happened? Many rulers accepted all the above terms and lost their freedom. This is our first, second and third. These terms were under the subsidiary alliance. I hope you have understood up to here. Okay? So, let's revise again. What is subsidiary alliance? In 1798, Lord Wellesley arrived in India to establish his domination all over India, and he ruled his terms. First term, the Indian rulers have to maintain British army in their court and have to pay cash or part of their territory to the company for its maintenance. Now next, they will not have any alliance with any other power or declare war against any power without British interventions. And here, the rulers accept a British resident in his state. Because of this, what happened? Rulers accepted all above terms and lost their freedom. Students, this is the picture of second Bajirao. In 1802, second Bajirao signed the subsidiary alliance treaty with the British. This alliance is well known as the Treaty of Versailles. But this treaty was not acceptable to some Maratha Sardars. This led to the Second Anglo-Maratha War. After the victory of the British, there was increased interference British into the Maratha state. This became intolerable, and second Bajirao waged a war against the British. He was defeated in this battle, and in 1818 he surrendered to the British. In the meantime, the capital of Mughals was under the control of Daulat Rao Shinde. By defeating the troop of Shinde, General Lake captured the Mughal emperor and gained victory over Hindustan. By this way, Britishers captured Hindustan. We shall discuss this lesson in next video. Thank you.